Let's go. Woo. Woo-wee. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's exciting. All right, bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. Whoa, whoa, here we are. What's cracking, brothers and sisters? Oh, did I start slightly early? 30 seconds early or something like that. Amazing. World record. It's a first. Welcome to the Meaningstream. I'm Akira the Don. Today we are here to have a vinyl listening session. We're going to listen to some test presses. We've got some very exciting test presses. Just came down for the volcano and just parked up just over here, kind of further down from the volcano. I felt it was yesterday we had our lovely love stream, and I thought inside a volcano is a good place to take a lady and play some nice records. But now we're going to listen to the Jocko vinyl test pressings. So I think a volcano is in the vicinity of one is still appropriate. Look, it's so hot in here. There are burning embers flying in front of me. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's absolutely crazy. But before we do that, we do have to finish yesterday's business when I let slip that a song, a beloved Meaningwave song, might have a tiny piece of Christopher's Lady in Red in it somewhere. And nobody knew which song it was. Nobody could tell. And I told you, it's very, very subtle. It's very, very subtle. It's a very, 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 very subtle thing. But before we start, I will just reveal what that is. All right? Is that okay with you? Have you smashed the like yet? Look at all these lovely people here early. Shouts to everyone who's here early. I do appreciate you. I don't even know if Jason's posted the links to our social medias yet. I do not know if that's yet happened. Let me have a look. Has he done that? Dun, 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 dun. He's just done that. So you were here before the power of Speedy Jason. You see, that's how good you are, Fool Killer. Tim last name, Amanda Dances, Free Consciousness, Chad Comstock, Amcast. What up, brother? I spoke with Amcast earlier. Beckett H, Dirk from Texas, all of y'all. Anyway, shouts out to you. Appreciate you. Now let's find out. What song is it that Akira the Don may or may not have snuck in a tiny bit of Christopher's Immortal Lady in Red into? Anyone know? Anyone guess? Anyone got any guesses before I do it? I should have a drum roll on my board. Why haven't I got a drum roll on here? Also, today I'm somewhat crippled. To make room for the record player, I had to move my soundboard to the other side. My muscle memory is therefore all messed up, and I might keep smacking the record player or something. I might have to. What up, Jason Eva? Jason Eva's in the house. People last night were inquiring after if Jason Eva was okay. I said, I'm sure he's okay. And here he is. Look, he's okay. See? Big Bad Wolf says Lady in Red. Lady in Red is the song, but which is the Meaningwave song that may or may not have a tiny piece of Lady in Red in it? Ooh! Well, we can find out by now. Let's go to... Who is that? Isn't that view nice with a record on it? Records do look nice. They do look nice. All right, here's the truth. All right, now. You hear that? Ooh. You hear that?
And so, as a result of there always being a kind of gap, that's the gap, like where the electric spark jumps. That's the thing behind your head, behind your eyes, that you can never get to look at. It's the gap. And because of that little gap, the circle doesn't just revolve in a dull way, just go round and round and round like a boring thing. It has rhythm. See, if I say, no rhythm. See, it's just one long sound.
Ooh, woo, woo.
Or we just become insensitive to it. What we want to hear is the break in it, you see. And we want to hear it go on, and vanish, and come back again, and so on. And it sets up a rhythm. That becomes interesting. That's putting gaps between. See? You need those gaps. You need those gaps. See? You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
Hey.
You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
Yeah.
You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
Oh wow, never once picked that out, says Big Bad Wolf. Of course you didn't. Robert Easy said never would have guessed. Of course you wouldn't have.
See it, now you don't. Oh, that's pretty dull.
I would have.
See it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't.
I recognize that ooh anywhere.
So what we're going to do is this. We're going to have you see it.
What is it, like less than a second?
And then with a regular not.
Okay, maybe 1.5 seconds.
Then there's going to be a longer not see it after that one. And then I'm going to do something very complicated after that so that you don't really know when it's going to come next. So there's going to be a surprise. You know how we all do that?
We all do that.
You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. And behind that there's another rhythm doing a rhythm. And interesting people are those who do this in very involved ways. Dull people, sort of people who put their hats on absolutely straight, are the kind of people, for example, who have the same meal every day. Exactly the same thing, always. See? They have no inventiveness. They have the same routine, they go to the same office, they answer the same kind of letters, and that's that. See? But then, if they want to start up a more interesting kind of business and make more money, they take the people who make clothes. They figure out fashion. It's going to be a new thing for ladies, a new style. We're going to make them do long skirts instead of the short skirts. Like this. Finally, they thought about having topless women. They're going to play around with that and have an absolutely scandalous ball. But that's the whole thing, you see. It's this thing of rhythm. And yes, you ask, well, I see that. What is doing this rhythm? Who after all am I? And as you explore deeper and deeper and deeper into the nature of yourself, you find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm.
Rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. And behind that there's another rhythm doing a rhythm. Your vibration. And who is doing all this? And
Who is doing all this?
why he disappeared around the very bottom. We were looking for him and he vanished.
And then he vanished.
And
Who is doing all this? Who is doing all this?
why he disappeared around the very bottom. We were looking for him and he vanished.
Who's doing all this? Who's doing all this?
And then just when we weren't looking for him again, there he is. But every time we try to see, he isn't there. How do you see that? That situation is what's called life.
Ah, delightful. Yes, indeed, a rhythm doing a rhythm, and that sounds nice, huh? Oops. The delightful Watswave vinyl experience there, and you can get that at meaningwave.com. Meaningwave.com, because happiness is a side effect of meaning. And yeah, they're a lot of trouble compared to just, pressing a button on a thing, right? But that's part of what makes them wonderful. You see, the ritual, the putting it in at the sleeve, the putting in at the other sleeve, the having the very big, lovely artwork. Ooh. The big, delightful artwork, the lovely big lyric books that come with them. The all the attendant splendor. all the attendant splendor is just, a big part of what makes the whole vinyl thing wonderful. Now, they're very expensive to manufacture, and you have to get them made, and that takes a while, and so on and so forth. Good news, though. We've got a bunch of good news. Let's see. Good news number one. Marcus vinyl, the Marcus Aurelius vinyl, arrived at our fulfillment house. Is that what you call it? Fulfillment house? At our fulfillment house. And is being processed. That means they're putting barcodes on it and all that sort of thing. So that will be getting ready to ship out to people very soon. That's very exciting. And then the other exciting thing with regards to that is that the Jocko test presses arrived, and they came in this nice box. So we found a new manufacturer for the Jocko vinyl because our manufacturer in Poland, who are very, very good, as you know. Anyone who's got the Watts Wave or the JBP Wave vinyl will know it's excellent quality. But they took so long with the Marcus one, like it was crazy. We thought, well, we can't do this. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable, in the word of David Goggins on that Meaningwave song. So we found another distributor. We searched around a bunch of distributors, had a bunch of conversations with people, and we found one in the USA. And they're supposedly very, very good. But we're about to find out now because we've just had the test presses for the Jocko vinyl. Both albums, The Path and Get Some. So that's rather exciting, isn't it? I'm excited. What else? There's all sorts of exciting stuff. Should I mention? But I gotta read my chat a bit. Booby dooby 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 dooby. I love your music, bro. Can you make more JBP Wave like Noah Biblical Series? Says Eric Kelly. Who wants more JBP Wave? We still have to make 5 and 6 into albums, aside from new projects. There's so much to do. So much to do in this wonderful life. Someone was asking where the pre-order is. Well, the pre-order was on Indiegogo. I think the pre-order might be shut now. Let me check. Akira the Dawn campaigns. It might be that it's closed. Excuse me. I'm looking. Maybe someone else. Hey, Jason, do you know if it's closed? Do you know if the Jocko vinyl campaign is closed? As in, can it be backed in a sort of pre-fashion? The Marcus one's definitely closed. I know that much. I don't know. Jason, can you find out for me? Have a look on Indiegogo and see if the Jocko one is closed or not. I can't remember. But either way, that's the other thing I was going to tell you. The other thing is, I'll tell you later. Maybe I'll tell you now or later. Well, I have release dates. You see, I have release dates for stuff. It's March. I have release dates. I was hoping it was going to be February, but we've all week, Jason and I have been working on getting the next 2 albums up, and I've been getting all the various bits of artwork and stuff finished and what have you. Anyway, We Become What We Think About, the next single comes out on March 1st. And then there'll be another single on the 8th and another one on the 15th. Then the album, The Strangest Secret in the World, will come out on March 22nd. And then that'll be followed the week after. No pause, no instrumental album coming straight after. We're going straight into Marcus Aurelius season on the 29th with the first single from Meditations Volume 2, which is Better Than Justice. There will be another single on the 5th, another one on the 12th, and Meditations Volume 2 comes out on April 19th, sorry. Boom! So there you go. We're cooking, we're rolling, we're going, we're off. I'm very excited. I just got all the single artwork finished today, signed off on, done, approved. Instrumental album artwork. Got to make music videos, but they're going to be lit. They're going to be crazy. Oh, you wait till you see the artwork. Jason's seen the artwork. Jason says, campaign appears to have ended on my end. Yes, it's ended. So, it's ended. It's End it. So you have to pay attention. Make sure you're on the mailing list at meaningwave.com so you know when we're having vinyl campaigns and you can order them. Free Consciousness says that shirt is sweet. Hey, thank you very much. You can get this at meaningwave.com. Meaningwave.com, because happiness is a side effect of meaning. Yes, it is. And this one is called Dark Side of the Wave, right? So if you just go and... You can browse, but if you just search Dark Side of the Wave, or just dark, it will probably come up. Yeah, there you go, see? It's lovely. It's a delightful cotton shirt, is what it is. But also there's these fire shorts and jumper and long sleeve t-shirt and hoodies. You know, you can get all this stuff. And also, you can get vinyl on our website. Look, see? There's that one I was just playing. So yeah, meaningwave.com is the place to be for Meaningwave activities. By Jove, yes it is. Now, where's my ceiling cam? Here we got a box. We got a lovely box. What's in the box? It's not pain. It's not pain. It's test presses. Oh yeah, test presses. Approve or reject. So we're going to see if we're going to approve or reject. And we're going to make that decision together here on the Meaningstream. We're going to listen and learn. It's very exciting. These are manufactured in Texas. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Cool thing about that is they won't have far to go when they're completed to get to our distribution center, also in Texas. Robert Easy says, Akira's vinyls jump-started my new vinyl collection. And that's nice to know. That's nice to know. My friend loves Pink Floyd, so I got this for him years back. It's OG t-shirt design, says Big Bad Wolf. Indeed. Indeed. This is fire. Jason Eva, who has seen the artwork for the upcoming releases, says, all I can say about the artworks is all of them are fire. Can say, though, before I'd even sent Jason any of the stuff, he'd seen it pop up in Dropbox, and he excitedly sent me a message saying something about the artwork being amazing or something. It is pretty great. It's pretty amazing. Oh, yeah, this was it. Just saw the new art, Akira. This looks sick. It's true. It do. You guys wait. Oh, my goodness. You're going to shit your pants, so to speak. I mean, obviously not going to do that. That would be gross. Why would you do that? Okay, vinyl. Vinyl. Let's... Out it comes. It feels good. Feels like vinyl. Vroomf. It reflects the light. Look at that. Isn't that nice, the way it does that? Bzzz, 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 bzzz. It's beautiful stuff. If you're listening on the podcast, we're looking at a record. And it's very beautiful. You know, it's a beautiful thing, the record. Yeah. All right. I hope this is the right side, and I hope it's the right side. I have no idea. It just says, hey, it's just got a number. AB? I guess AB means A and B side. So, yeah, let's find out. How are you feeling out there? Are you excited? In general, Members Time says, let him cook. Who would dare get in the way? Shecky says, boom. Boom. Shecky says, nice as well. John Grady says, on my poor pants, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. your pants. Big Bad Will says, Mamadan dropping knowledge. Oh, it is closed, says Mamadan. It is closed. Closed. Yes, go meaningwave.com and sign up to the mailing list. And then you'll know when things occur. And you're going to want to know when things occur because epic things are occurring, you know? Epic things are occurring all over. Shecky says, giggling, saucer emoji, flying saucer emoji, V a little bit. Are you on drugs? What's going on? Oh, my goodness. Oh, that reminds me. Where's that picture? Here's that picture. Can we go to camera 2? Is camera 2 working? Camera 2 is working. Can you see this picture? No. Look at me being a cameraman. I'm now focusing. Focus. There we go. Someone posted that on Instagram. Look at that. Who's that? Who's that? Caption, that time me and Wade Crescent took mushrooms before arriving on set to act in a Will Young official music video. Will Young was on Pop Stars, which was a reality TV show. Who's that on the right with the jacket that says Akira on it with only one eye open? Incredible. Incredible. I always say I'm very glad there was no social media in those days. Yeah? Because I don't like jail. Let me focus in on this record. There we go, we're focused. Are we focused? Do we like that focus? That's pretty good focus right there, huh? Focus. Focus. There are embers all over the place. I'm going to magically make them stop. Did you see that? Can I make him come back? Whoa! I'm going to make him stop again. But incredible. How does he do it? The magic. The absolute magic. All right, we're going to listen to a record right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Jocko vinyl test presses, ahoy. I don't even know which, this is the right album. It's one of them. And I think it's side A, because it says A-B on this label. And you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't say something else, would you? That would be crazy. Okay. Aquí tiene. Okay. Hopefully we started at the right place. I recognize that sound, though. I'd recognize that sound anyway. It's the right side. Let's go! Woo!
The shortcut is a lie. The hack doesn't get you there. And if you want to take the easy road, it won't take you to where you want to be. Stronger, smarter, faster, healthier, better. Free. To reach goals and overcome obstacles and be the best version
Yo, that's sounding nice right there. Everyone's running to the gym. To the gym, to the gym, to the gym. Alexander Bennett. Gym, go to right here. Get after it. Free Consciousness. This song is in my top 3 favorites. Big Bad Wolf. I'm literally going to order a vinyl player just to get after an Akira vinyl collection. You are not alone. Many have done that. It is a wise thing to do. I definitely recommend it. Charles Ray. When can we buy the Jocko vinyl?
How do I deal with setbacks, failures, delays, defeat, or other disasters?
I actually have a fairly simple way of dealing with these situations. It is actually one word to deal with all those situations. And that is good.
Oh!
This is actually something that
Hey, appreciate you, Alexander.
guys that work for me pointed out to me. He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. One day he was telling me about some issue that he was having. He said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. 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 You're going to say good. You're going to say good. You're going to say good. Good. So that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say, good.
Good.
Good. And I said, well, yeah. And I mean it. And that is how I feel. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. We can keep it simple. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Didn't get funded? Good. We own more of the company. Didn't get the job you wanted?
Whoa!
Good. You can get more experience and build a better resume. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good.
So far, so. This record sounds warm tones. Spinning disc is
Good. Got injured. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Good. Needed a break from training. Got tapped out. Good. To tap in training than to tap out on the street. Got beat. Good. You learned. Unexpected problems. Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out, don't get startled, don't get frustrated. No. You just look at the issue and you say, good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. I don't mean to say something that's all cliche. I don't mean to sound like a Mr. Positive. Find the positive forward. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good.
Whoa!
You're gonna say good. Good. And lastly, like to close this out, if you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well now, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, go out on the attack. And that right there is about as good as it gets.
Woo! Boo! Boo! Oh, yeah. This sound good, huh? These visuals look good too, huh? This goes nice, huh? Huh? Huh?
If you got a gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it,
Woo!
what would it say?
What would it say?
And why?
Okay.
One of my I guess my mantra is a very simple one. Discipline equals freedom.
The answer is discipline. You want more free time? Follow a more disciplined time management system. You want financial freedom? Implement long-term financial discipline in your life. Do you want to be physically free to move how you want? To be freed from many health issues caused by poor lifestyle choices? Then you have to have the discipline to eat healthy food and consistently work out. We all want freedom. Discipline is the only way to get it. Discipline.
What up, Bleed Llama? Discipline equals freedom, that's right. Bup, 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 bup.
Discipline starts with waking up early. It really does. But that is just the beginning. It is working out every day. It is eating the right foods to fuel your system correctly. It is disciplining your emotions so you can make good decisions. It is about having the discipline to control your ego so it doesn't get out of hand and control you. It is about treating people the way you would want to be treated. It is about doing the tasks you don't want to do, but you know will help you. Discipline is about facing your fears so you can conquer them. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what is right for you and for others. often the easy path calls us to be weak for that moment, to break down another time, to give in to desire and short-term gratification. Discipline will not allow that. Discipline calls for strength and fortitude and will. It won't accept weakness. It won't tolerate a breakdown in will. Discipline can seem like your worst enemy, but in reality, it is your best friend. It will take care of you like nothing else can, and it will put you on the path to strength and health and intelligence and happiness. And most important, discipline will put you on the path to freedom. Discipline.
Oi! Ooh.
So I wake up early.
Nice.
I wake up at 4:45. I like to have that psychological win over the enemy. The enemy. When I wake up in the morning and I don't know why, I'm thinking about the enemy.
Something very satisfying about adjusting the speed of a record.
And what they're doing. And I know I'm not active duty anymore, but it's still in
What's up, Charles Ray?
that there's a guy
You the man.
that's in a cave somewhere, and he's rocking back and forth, and he's got a machine gun in one hand and a grenade in the other hand, and he's waiting for me. And we're gonna meet. The enemy. The enemy. When I wake up in the morning and I don't know why, I'm thinking about the enemy. And when I wake up in the morning, active, I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to be ready for that moment, which is coming. Which is coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
The part of the world that I've seen is a very dark place. It's a dark place. That's what war is. The enemy.
Oh, man.
The enemy. don't know why. I'm thinking about the enemy. When your job, which my job was to expand that darkness in many ways. I mean, the war is about killing people. And so for me, when I look to someone that's successful, it's someone that brings some light into that darkness. That darkness. The first people that come to my head are Mark Lee, who is one of my guys, first SEAL killed in Iraq. Mike Mansour, one of my guys, second SEAL killed in Iraq. And Ryan Joe, one of my guys, wounded in Iraq, blinded in both eyes, made it home, married his high school sweetheart, got her pregnant, finished his college degree, and after his 22nd surgery to repair the damage that was done to his head and face, there were complications and he died as well. But all of those guys, in all that darkness, they did things, they made a sacrifice that was completely selfless. And to do that, and to live, and fight, and die like a warrior, that to me is success. And those guys are my heroes.
Bah! Hey yo, all them Jocko emojis in the chat. Jocko face chat flood, go! Man. Chop snare. Chop snare on 1,000,009. Actually, there wasn't a chop snare, that was my take on that, but still. Side A of The Path. Side A of The Path right there. Side A of The Path is hard, right? Hard. Ooh-wee, side B. Side B. What's up, Domino Development? 2:44 in my time zone, pursuing some creative endeavors, not doing a 4:30 this morning. You can always say hi to Jocko as you're going to bed. When I was making this album, that's what I was doing. I was DJing in Hollywood at the time. I would get to bed as Jocko woke up. I would, just before I went to bed, I'd always see his watch post. That's how I knew it was time to go to bed. Yeah.
I've been lucky. I've been blessed. I've had a life that I would not trade with anyone in the world. When you talk about Ramadi, that was the highlight of my life. Because I was leading men in combat, which was something that I always wanted to do. And something that I felt that I was destined to do. And when I was in that situation, I knew that. I don't look back and say, oh, I wish I would have enjoyed that. No, I knew it then. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is what you have been waiting for your whole life and what you really have been preparing for your whole life. And I was lucky to be there, and I was lucky to have incredible guys answer is no. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is close. And so you have to deal with that. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. And I don't sit there at night wishing I was back. Well, okay, I do that. Sometimes I often wish I was back, but I don't dwell on it because it's gone. Because it's gone. Because it's gone. And I'm so happy that I could be part of it and that I was able to work with such tremendous guys. And I try and keep their memory alive. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
Does complacency come with age, and do I have the urge to back off? Negative. Negative. Back off? Not happening. I hear that I'm over 40, I'm pushing 50, whatever. Bring it. Back off? Negative. Not happening. In fact, I'm stepping it up. I'm training harder, eating cleaner. I'm training more. I'm learning and reading and studying more now than I ever have in my whole life. Do I get dinged up? Of course I do. Do I take some injuries? Yeah. You know what? No factor. No factor. Deal with them. You know what? You know what I hear? I hear the clock ticking. That's what I hear. And the end is nigh. And time waits for no man. Fight that ticking clock with everything you gotta fight. Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. 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 Every fight. Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. You young guns out there, 18 years old, 20 years old, 24 years old, listen. Life goes by. By quick. Don't waste those years. Don't waste them. Live them. I know that you don't think you're gonna live to be 30, much less 40, but you are and you will. And the earlier you get in the game and get on track, the
Woo!
Here's the deal. No complacency. No complacency. Backing off. No slack whatsoever. Fight. Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. So, like the end of a hard day, you can put your head down with ease, satisfied that you give it your best. Fight.
Whoa!
Fight that ticking clock
With everything you got. Whoa! With everything you got. Oh! Every. Whoa! Oh yeah, what up, Letitia? What up, Robert? What up, Laura? What up, Sagittarius? What up, Cass? Did you really not record the podcast? Richard, Big Bad just hit 40, and yeah, the only way you can keep at it is to fight and get after it. Yeah, I heard that. Word around town. Fight that. Yeah, I'm 44 this year. Oh yeah! Thus far, in better shape than I've ever been in my life. I aim to continue this until I'm Noah numbers. Richard, B-side obviously stands for badass on this record.
You know, when people think of the word mind control,
That's a very good point.
they think of controlling other people.
Andrew Pullman, Jocko is what you get if Thanos was a Avenger.
Think about mind control. I think about controlling your own mind. Because while I am obviously a physical
Oh, wait.
creature and I embrace physicality, we are our minds. What it means and where the you actually is and whether there's a soul or a brain or whatever, your heart or some other conjured up place. This is what I know. Is that your mind, the thing that is listening and comprehending these words right now, that is you. And that thing, that mind, you can control.
You are!
You are the machine. Mind control.
Whoa!
You are the machine. Mind control. And you can control the machine. Mind control. You have that ability. Mind control.
Whoa!
You want to do. And people ask me, how do I get tougher? Be tougher. They ask me, how can I wake up earlier in the morning? The answer is, wake up earlier in the morning. How can I work out consistently every single day? Work out consistently every single day. How can I stop from eating sugar? Stop eating sugar.
Go!
What about the emotions? How can I stop missing that girl or that guy or whoever broke up with me? How can I stop missing them? Stop missing them. That is mind control. You have that ability.
You go!
You just have to assert it. You
Hey!
decide that you're going to be in control.
Whoa!
You are the machine.
Mute Barbecue says bass llama. Bleat Llama just dropped 5 subs. Boom, 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 boom. I Like Cake Forever got one. Lou Jane got one. Richard Ferd got one. El Hamazarek got one. C. Peer got one. Yeah. Yo. That giving wave. That generosity wave. That llama wave.
Sadness. No vote. Frustration. No vote.
Appreciate you.
You don't get a I don't even give my temper a vote.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So the next time you're feeling
Sneaky bucko down.
lazy, or you're feeling soft, or you're feeling emotional,
Oh!
tell them that they don't get a vote.
All them Jocko heads in the chat, let's go.
Martial law on your mind.
Martial law!
You're declaring
Ooh!
mind control and impose what you want on your brain.
Whoa!
You are the machine.
Whoa! Man like Inside the Ages, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you. Says visions do come true. What vision is that? Did you have a vision of listening to Jocko vinyl next to a volcano?
Impose the discipline and the power,
Prescience.
activity, and the will, and use that mind control to move your life.
Appreciate you, man.
Want it to be.
Hey!
Things I always say. Get stronger, faster, smarter, quicker, friendlier, more helpful.
Friendlier!
Don't
I missed that one somehow. Friendlier. Forgot that was in there.
control your mind.
Friendlier.
And once you control your mind,
Marcus says that as well, obviously.
then you can set it.
Always cheerful. Woo! Holy shit. Yo, this record a classic. We're listening to The Path. Akira the Don and Jocko Willink. Recorded in LA in 2019.
When I'm broken, I relish it.
Very early Meaningwave, but very fully formed. Oh!
I relish it.
Inside the Ages, we all had a vision of Meaningwave on vinyl. Meaningwave on vinyl.
If I'm broken, I just found
Imagine that.
limitations.
Meaningwave.com for your vinyl. Because happiness is a side effect of meaning. And vinyl is a side effect of Meaningwave.
Limitations are, how can I push? How can I get better? But once I feel it, once I see where I was broken, then I can attack that weakness. I can fill in that gap. I can reinforce
More coming.
that breach. If you break, it means it's time to fortify your will to make it stronger.
What up, Bradley?
When I'm
You to go!
I relish it.
I relish it.
When I'm broken,
When I'm broken.
I relish it. I relish it. And look, there's all kinds of different ways to break. You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit. And none of those are fun. And all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat. Because every time you break, and in relish it. When I'm broken, I relish it. I relish it. When I'm broken, I relish it. When I'm broken, I relish it. I relish it. When you break, you have the opportunity to show the world, the whole world, what you are really made of. So if you break, if you break, the fight isn't over. In fact, if you break, the fight is just beginning. And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, and you're covered in blood and sweat and dirt and filth, as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you are supposed to be, you will see in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken.
You hear that? You hear that? See, this is why you got to have your listening session sounding amazing. However, did you hear that right there?
Rise above what you were, will remain unbroken.
Jason, can you make a note that at the end of side B, right at the end, there's the first note of the first track of side C. Can you do that? Thank you. How cool is that? How cool is that? This is a useful... We're not just like listening to the vinyl going, oh, this is cool. We're actually working right now. Insight of the Ages just sent us $10 again. That's nice. It says, thrilled to be on the same planet at the same time. Thrilled to be on the same planet at the same time, same dimension as you, brother. I remember dancing at the club in LA. You are the best, Geppetto. You control the snake with your instrument. Pause. BA vinyl. Yeah, I remember that too. That was a good times at Davy Wayne's. And you was a tall dancing man getting after it. It was very, very dope. Appreciate you, man. That was side B. Side B was dope, huh? What a great side. Bradley, appreciate you, says, you're pretty good. I hope you keep making music. Yeah, I probably will. I think, I don't consider hope to be any kind of a plan, but hope is cool. And yeah, I think you'll be all right there. Richard, Dunewave vinyl in the future, ! !3. I think that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Like I said, I wasn't going to do any other vinyl till these ones were shipped, but now these are all moving nicely, so that's exciting. Exciting stuff. Doobie 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 doobie. Richard, okay, I'm ready to give you money. Well, go to meaningwave.com and get stuff. Also hit resources and support Meaningwave to send a donation. And also look forward to Jocko vinyl. Jocko vinyl. Says da-da-da-da. Naturally. Jocko vinyl. You gotta be careful if your CRT TVs are playing Berserk and you're occasionally putting little bits of it into the stream. That's a dangerous game. But I do like to live dangerously. You'll know that. You'll know that. Andrew Pullman says, saw the photo of you from 10 years ago, and just as I was reading it, the message was retracted. That's interesting. Now we'll never know. Now we'll never know. All right. So this one is in black. It's not. It's in white. It was the outer sleeve was black. Now, the question here is this track going to start correctly? Since the last one had a tiny piece of this track on it. Side C and D here. This is side C and D. I'll put you on the overhead camera so you can see. Lovely, isn't it? Just. It is a thing of beauty, a vinyl record. It really is a thing of beauty. What's amazing to me is, vinyl production was kind of a small window in time when it was at its peak, right? And then it slowed down and almost stopped, and now it's starting to come back again. Of course, now it's nothing close to what it was at its peak when they were pumping out millions of these things all the time. And there's like skips, there's waste heaps just full of this stuff. And it's crazy because one day, like, this will be such a rare thing, and just one of them will be a treasure. You know what I mean? In some distant Mad Maxian future, just one of these things and a sort of homemade gramophone made out of like a compass and some string or something will be a true treasure. So treasure this. Shad Comstock says side C is going to bring the fire. Stubo says yummy vinyl. Multiverse Media Space says let's put some Meaningwave magic on it. Number one Jim fan says I watched Berserk on a CRT Jumbotron back in the day. So nice. All right, team side C, let's go, says Bradley. Side C is it. Hey, guess who can't even... I don't even know what's on side C. What's on side C? I should know. Can't remember. I can't remember what's on... is this going to have extreme personal responsibility? The first Jocko music I ever made, I believe, might be on side C. We'll see. All right, let's get after it. We're moving. We're rocking and rolling. And we can confirm that it starts correctly with the right note, which is the first note of the first Jocko music I ever made. And I remember I made this in Tiago. That was it. It was Tiago, which is a coffee shop at the top of Hollywood Boulevard. And it's got a statue of who was the lady who was famous Hollywood lady in the Marilyn Monroe times, and she was famous for being sort of naked and wanton, but it wasn't Marilyn Monroe. But it was that sort of a lady, a famous wanton Hollywood lady, and there's a big silver statue of her at the top of Hollywood Boulevard. And next to that is Tiago, and it's a coffee shop. That was my local coffee shop I used to go to. And I sat outside there with my computer Dora and made the very first Akira the Don Meaningwave Jocko music song, and this was it. Oh, wait. Charles Ray, Even in Death is on here, right? No, that's another album.
Is a nightmare. War is awful. It is indifferent and devastating and evil. War is hell. But war is also an incredible teacher, a brutal teacher, and it teaches you lessons that you will not forget. In war, you are forced to see its absolute worst. And you are also blessed to see humanity in its most glorious moments. War teaches you about sorrow and loss and pain. And it teaches you about the preciousness and the fragility of human life. And in that fragility, war teaches you about death. But war also teaches you about brotherhood and honor and humility and leadership. And unfortunately, war teaches you the most when things go wrong. For me, one of the most impactful lessons that I learned from war was in the spring of 2006 in the city of Ramadi, Iraq, which at the time was the epicenter of the insurgency, where brutal and determined terrorists ruled the streets with torture and rape and murder. And it was in one neighborhood of that city, during an operation that I was in charge of, when all hell broke loose. We had multiple units out on the battlefield fighting the enemy. We had friendly Iraqi soldiers, we had U.S. Army soldiers and U.S. Marines, along with small elements of my SEAL team. And then the fog of war rolled in with its confusion and chaos and mayhem, and with its gunfire and enemy attacks and screaming men and blood and death. And in that fog of war, through a series of mistakes and human error and poor judgment and Murphy's Law and just plain bad luck, a horrendous firefight broke out. But this firefight, it wasn't between us and the enemy. This firefight, tragically, was between us and us. Friendly forces against friendly forces. Fratricide, the mortal sin of combat. And the most horrific part of war. And when it was over, and the fog of war lifted, one friendly Iraqi soldier was dead, 2 more were wounded. One of my men was wounded, the rest of my SEALs were badly shaken. And it was only through a miracle that no one else was killed. And it was reported up the chain of command what had happened. That we had fought and wounded and killed each other. And when we got back to base, things didn't get much better. There was a message waiting for me from my commanding officer. And it said, shut down all operations. It said that the commanding officer, the master chief, and the investigating officer were inbound to my location. And they told me to prepare a debrief to explain exactly what had happened on the operation and what had gone wrong. Now, I knew what this meant. It meant that somebody had to pay. Somebody had to be held accountable. Somebody had to get fired for what had happened. So I began to prepare my debrief. And in it, I detailed every mistake that was made and who made it. And I pointed out every failure in the planning and the preparation and the execution in the operation. And I pointed out who was responsible for that failure. There was plenty of blame to go around. There were so many people that I could incriminate with guilt. But something soldier. And I knew exactly who that person was. And with that knowledge, I walked into the debriefing room with my commanding officer and the investigating officer were sitting there waiting for me, along with the rest of my men. And I stood up before them and I asked them one simple question. Whose fault was this? One of the SEALs raised his hand, and he said it was my fault. I didn't keep control of the Iraqi soldiers I was with. And I said, no, it wasn't your fault. And then another SEAL raised his hand and said it was my fault. I didn't pass our location over the radio fast enough, so no one knew what building we were in, and that's what caused all this confusion. It was my fault. And I said, no, it wasn't your fault either. And then another SEAL raised his hand, and he said, boss, this was my fault. I didn't properly identify my target, and I shot and killed that friendly Iraqi soldier. This was my fault. And I said, no, this wasn't your fault either. And it wasn't yours or yours or yours, I said as I pointed to the rest of the SEALs in the room. And then I told them that there was only one person at fault for what had happened. There was only one person to blame. And that person was me. I am the commander. I am the senior man on the battlefield. And I am responsible for everything that happens. Everything. And then I went on to explain to them some new tactics, techniques, and procedures that we were going to implement to ensure that this kind of travesty never happened again. And I will tell you something. It hurt. It hurt my ego. It hurt my pride to take the blame. But I also knew that to maintain my integrity as a leader and as a man, I had to take responsibility. And in order to do that, I had to control my ego so that my ego did not control me. And you know what? I didn't get fired. In fact, my commanding officer, who had expected excuses and finger pointing, when I took responsibility, when I took ownership, he now trusted me even more. And my men, the people in your life, lead them all to victory.
Side C, extreme ownership. That's some perfect arrangement there. Shout out to me on the what goes on what side and how that works. Side C gets itself dedicated entirely to extreme ownership. The first Jocko Meaningwave stuff that existed, and pretty epic it is too. I haven't listened to that for a very long time. And it was quite mesmerizing. Mesmerizing it was. Wow, make some noise. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mowgli, Akira leading us to victory. Good on you, mate. Such as says, mic drop. Innit? Mic drop. Good lord. The song is epic, says Mowgli. Correct. Stubo, when I say meaning, you say wavy. Meaning. Psh. Shouts out to the televisions, doing great work there during that. Visuals are amazing, says Insight of the Ages. Hey, thanks. Armg, I've never heard this one before. This is insane, says Bradley. That was the first Jocko Meaningwave from like 2018 or something like that. Anyway. All right. Side D. D, motherfucker, D. Let me speak English, you damn it. Ooh wee. Did you hear that? That's so cool. So you put the record on. You hear the little crack. Oops. Record's on. Crackling away. Oh, and then another record came on top of the record.
We don't really have a cultural protocol for what to do when we lose a loved one.
Oh, wow.
You have to basically make up that protocol.
Oh.
And the first thing is, you already know it's going to be wretched. And you're not going to escape it. That pain, the pain that's going to come, it's going to come in waves. At first, you won't even notice that they're waves because all the waves are going to be so close together and they're going to be so continual, right on top of each other. And the pain and the sadness is going to feel like it's so heavy. It's going to feel like you are drowning in sorrow. Like you're not going to get any air and like you're not going to be able to escape that sadness. And then at some point there's going to be a little break. Just a little bit of light in the darkness. Something is going to make you smile. Something is going to make you laugh. Something's going to just show you a little bit of light. A little bit of light. something productive. And if there's something that distracts you, that's fine. Do it. Let there be some calm in the water. As the calm comes, also you're gonna find moments where it's like you can have things that are gonna bring on the waves. And it's okay to bring on the waves. Go look at the pictures, write down the memories, read the letters, read the notes, read the emails. Remember. And then there's that standard service. You're gonna do the memorial, you're gonna do the burial. And when that's over, let a little bit more time go by. Give yourself another week of washing around, of feeling that sorrow, of letting the waves toss you around in the ocean. After another week, what you do is you go and you write a letter. You write a letter to your child, and you explain to them how much they meant to you. Explain to them how heartbroken you are that they are gone, and then explain to them why you are going to carry on. Why you are going to keep going with them in your heart. Explain to them why you're not going to dwell in their loss. And explain to them how in losing them you have learned without a shred of doubt how truly precious life is. And that they have taught you the immeasurable value of your own life and your wife's life and your family's life. And explain to them that you know that they loved you, and that you know that they would want more than anything for you to be happy and productive and impactful in the world. And explain in that letter what you will do to make them proud of how you live your life. And then take that letter, go to their grave, and read it to them. And cry. And kiss their soul. And tell them that you'll see them on the other side. And then go live your life. And the waves are still gonna come. And there's still gonna be pain.
Yo. That was insane. Meaningwave, what's on the song? Make some noise. All them Jocko emojis. Flood that thing. That was crazy. I haven't listened to that song, I don't think, since the album came out. Yo. That shit fucked me up.
How did you get from the darkest places
Hey.
to the brightest places?
Sam Harris said to me, you talk about combat as your fondest memories, the best thing that's happened in your life, the high point of your life, which is all true. And he said, but then you talk about war being awful. So which one is it? I said to him, have you ever known anyone that has had cancer? Terminal cancer? And made it through? Have you ever known anyone that's happened to? And he's like, yes. And I said, when you talk to them, many times, they say, I'm glad that this happened to me. Number one, because it proved I could take it. Better me than one of my kids. And number three, now that I know how dark it can get, I know how dark it can get. Now that I know how dark it can get, I truly appreciate the light in the world. Now that I know how dark it can get, I know how dark it can get. I know how dark it can get. I appreciate the light in the world. That's what combat is and was for me. That's what it was. It was dark and horrible, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, just like you wouldn't wish cancer on anyone. But if I can give them a little knowledge, a little bit of a glimpse into what it is, when you said that, people are clapping because they get to see a little bit of it. And they go home tonight and they think, oh, what about that girl? What about that girl? She's fighting. She's living. And I'm gonna live too.
I'm gonna live too.
Now that I know how dark it can get,
I know how dark it can get.
now that
I know how dark it can get. I truly appreciate the light in the world. I know how dark it can get. I know how dark it can get. Now that I know how dark it can get, I truly appreciate the light in the world.
don't pretend to have the cognitive capacity to comprehend the mysteries of the world. But maybe you're right. And maybe you're here to let us know that it can get dark, but it will get light again. Now that I know how dark it can get,
Whoa!
I know how dark it can get. Now that I know how dark it can get,
I
appreciate
the light in the world. Now that I know how dark it can get, I know how dark it can get. I know how dark it can get.
I appreciate the light in the world.
Whoa! Meaningwave, autonomous zone. Put your hands together and smack them on that emoji thing and flood the chat with your appreciation for this world premiere of the vinyl test pressing of The Path with Jocko Willing. A Meaningwave classic and a classic by any standards.
Akira.
Woo!
He's got clout.
Ooh! Man, I finished it with that, huh? Wow. Wow, there you go. And there it goes. Look at it go. That was The Path. And I haven't listened to that album sequentially probably since it came out. We've never done it on stream, have we? And that's basically the only time I listen to my own stuff after I finished it. Well, how about that? How was that for you? When did you last listen to The Path all the way through? How did the vinyl sound? Did it sound different to you? Did you notice any differences? I heard some vast differences, and we found a mistake, didn't we? We found a mistake at the beginning of the end of side B, I think it was, a tiny little piece of the next song. So that's good that we did it. You see, because otherwise these would have gone out and they'd have all had that mistake, and that would have been good. Jason says, "Looks like a rave in doom." What here? Yeah. Here's a little secret for you. This is actually a Tekken location that we visited here. Oftentimes you can find Tekken people like scrapping in this very location. You know, did you know that? You can oftentimes find Tekken people scrapping in this very location. Jason Eva was able to locate the area, you know, so that the good ship Wave Rider could pull up here when necessary. You know what I mean? Hey, look, it's Julia. Hey, Julia, appreciate you. Says, how about that? I truly appreciate the light and the meaning of Meaningwave. Love you all. We love you too. Stubo, the vinyl sound is sexy as all shit. Multiverse Media Space, that was a beautiful journey. Members Time said, I listen to these albums every day at work. Okay, so you've listened to it more recently than me. Shouts out to you. I'm amazed by that album, actually. Just as it's quite audacious. Like, you know, it starts kind of like hype and then it goes a bit dark. Then it goes hype again. Then it goes like prog epic. Then it goes like really dark, and then it finishes in this sort of effervescent gloriousness. It's quite crazy. Waves of Sorrow I haven't listened to for a long, long time. And it's really intense, right? Like I was listening to that and I was having a little bit of I had a little cry, you know, just a little one. It really is quite the bloody thing. And it does something really insane musically that I'd forgotten it did, where it kind of breaks into this like loveliness after all this sorrow type thing. Yeah, it was really quite the thing. Shouts out to that album. Good work, Akira the Don in 2019. Good work, that guy. You know, he couldn't bench press a bench, and he probably couldn't bench press a sandwich, but he could make a record, you know. Shouts out to him. Richard says, I can't wait to add this to my record collection. Any idea on the colors, or are you keeping black? We'll let you know about all that quite soon, actually, because we have this new manufacturer. So the original, what was originally going to occur, will be different now due to the having to get a new manufacturer. So once we've got the confirmation on the vinyl actually being correct, we'll work out all that stuff, and we'll let you know. Sheila says Redemption Arc in black and white. Mowgli says, all the songs make my hair stand up and I love crying Meaningwave tears. Yeah, I feel you. Meaningwave tears, there's some power, there's some real, you know, they're real tears. There's some very, you know, because that's not just, you know, because, I don't know, Bambi got killed or something, you know what I mean? There's a lot going on. Sheila says, such a magnificent album. Appreciate you. Jason says it ends like a double rainbow. Simply majestic. Man, you have I still got it? Have I still got it at my beck and call? If I do, I'll be very happy. Looks like I do. Looks like God is good.
A double rainbow.
Yeah.
It's a double rainbow. A double rainbow across the sky. What does it mean? Oh my God. Double rainbow. It's a double rainbow. A double rainbow across the sky. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Oh my God. Double rainbow. It's a double rainbow. A double rainbow
Across the sky.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Oh my God.
A double rainbow. Yeah. Double rainbow. Shouts out to Jocko. And, thank you. Thanks, of course. Always thanks to Jocko. You got to give mad gratitude to Jocko. You know, he lets us make these records. He shares them with his audience. And he keeps providing just tons and tons of material with which to make new records. Like, one could really be making Jocko records all day, frankly. But, is that Jocko, says Charles Ray. Yeah, that's Jocko. Who you think it is? Who else? Mowgli says the champion of discipline. Yeah, we were examining this on the 500 stream, which YouTube yeeted. Channel members and patrons can access the 500 stream. We streamed for 9 hours. It was glorious. And we played the double rainbow clip quite a bit. And it's interesting to observe the double rainbow clip. You see, because Jocko kind of, for a second, he reminds one of those kind of guys you see. If you ever lived anywhere near where people had raves, I grew up near where people had raves. Where I lived in Wales, they used to have raves down like in this quarry that was near me. People would come from all over the country to have a rave in a quarry, right? And I remember one time they had this rave in the quarry and they blocked the road with a big boulder so that the police couldn't come and stop them. But there was only like one police, like in the whole, within a 100-mile radius or something. It was deep as dark as Wales by the sea. But the quarry was this, like, the military experimented in there and stuff. And once in a while, people would just conglomerate on the thing and have a rave. And it was before the internet, and it was like, people would ring each other and say, oh, there's going to be a rave. And it's going to be in North Wales on Anglesey in this quarry on this day. And they'd all go down there. And, I was a little kid, and this was all very interesting. And I'd sneak out at night, and I'd go and see what was going on. And I'd encounter people who looked like this, right? People in hoodies, looking very, very happy and excited, talking about double rainbows or double dropping or double something. You know what I mean? And they looked a bit like this, right? But there's a slight difference because this guy is not visibly rotting. This guy is shining, right? Look at him. He's beaming. He's shining. This pure, beautiful light is coming out of him. So you see that once again, those guys who ate all those disco biscuits in the 90s and that, they came close to this, but they didn't get all the way there. He's in a place that you can only reach from discipline. You see that? You see that double rainbow joy. You can only reach that place. You can get close with a lot of MDMA, but it'll have all these weird side effects and you'll be chewing the inside of your face off and you look a bit like you were dying. But this guy, just
it's a
pure.
Double rainbow.
Pure.
A double rainbow.
Right? See that?
Across the sky. What does it mean?
That is something that only discipline can get you to that place. And that's a good thing to know. That's a lovely thing to know. And speaking of lovely things, thank you lovely things, for being here tonight, hanging out and experiencing this with us. We have the Get Some vinyl to listen to as well, but we'll do that on another day. I'll go decide what to do that. Maybe we'll do that in the daytime, surprisingly, as an additional stream, or maybe we'll do it as a stream early next week. I'm not sure. I do need to listen to these ASAP so that we can, get on with the whole process of them being made. Obviously. Sheila says, I've been to a rave like that too, Akira. Usually extras involved. Now, look, don't go blaming Elon Musk for everything. All right? Who are you, David Icke? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. You wouldn't get that joke if you didn't go on the platform formerly called Twitter. which where oftentimes I go on there and I just see David Icke complaining about Elon Musk and Brett Weinstein. God bless them all. Big Bad Wolf says Disco Biscuits. Wow, lol, throwback. Yeah. Members time. Love being here with all these lovely things. Me too. It's lovely, isn't it? Here in the zone of proximal meaning. Thank you all again for being here, and I hope you enjoyed this world exclusive experience. I sure enjoyed it. Looking forward to checking out Get Some. I kind of wanted to do them back to back so you could hear the radical difference in production quality. But you know, this took most of 2 hours to do one, and you know, we can't be here till midnight on a Thursday. We've got shit to do tomorrow. We've got to be very, very sure and careful, because we're going to be signing off on the next two album and associated single uploads, Jason and I, and we've got to make sure there are no mistakes, and you know, all that stuff. So anyway, thank you guys. Remember, the Meaningstream is sponsored, of course, by Meaningwave.com, not Jocko Rainbow, but Meaningwave.com. You can go there, hit the resources tab, and support Meaningwave with the PayPal, Patreon, Bitcoin, ETH, or Venmo or Cash App links. You can get physical media, vinyl, CDs, cassettes, and tapes. You can read lyrics. You can get digital music bundles, which are very useful things for when, say, Spotify isn't working. Did you know that did you see that they're trying to yeet Kanye's album off of streaming? His own distributor is trying to delete it, saying that they didn't actually want to distribute his album, and they're trying to take it down. Buy MP3 bundles while you may, and buy vinyl, and buy hoodies, and you know, bye. We'll be back. It's Friday tomorrow. That means we're having our PARTY, and you won't want to miss that because it's always great. Everybody always loves it. Everyone has a wonderful time at the PARTY. And hold tight for the vinyl listening stream part 2. Kick that like in the nuts on the way out. Leave a comment. Head on over to meaningwave.com. And we'll see you very, very soon, you beautiful thing. Good night and God bless. Love you.